Hey guys, welcome back to More Seasons. In today's more seasons of Justice League Unlimited. Before I talk about, um, guys, you're probably saying something like you're probably typing right now into the comments saying, not pardon, doesn't Justice League Unlimited have enough seasons? And you'll be right, but here's the thing: I wanted to beat the world's super friends. You know, super friends. The type that my mom and grandfather kind of want. I want Justin Unlimited to to have more seasons than the 10 seasons of Super Friends. To give the idea of Justice League more than Super Friends. With all that in mind, like, okay, they were greenlit today. I'm gonna handle it from two different angles. One, time travel back to right after Justice Unlimited. Third, right around the same time that Justice Unlimited was greenlit for full production, or go to today. So let's go back to 2004. In my, okay, here's how I would say it. In my universe, okay, so what happened in this is, guys, this will be tying to the universe of the stories of the Iron Sword now. In the stories of the Iron Sword, I'm going to explore the two different angles. For okay, for the first one I have, what if Justice Unlimited greenlit for 11 seasons? Right. Bruce Timm, Glenn Murakami, and whoever found out right after they were done making Starcross that they would make 11 unlimited seasons. Bruce Timm said, I can't wait to start working on those episodes. Soon enough, production brought through with 13, with, with the first 3 seasons of 26 episodes each has already happened. And yeah, they're the ones in future thing and still it's the season 1 finale, but I'm putting it down. Bruce Timm said, how many more seasons are there left? We've already done season 1, 2, and... Okay, guys, Justin Unlimited was greenlit for 11 seasons. And they've already done 3. That means they have 8 more. Dwayne McDuffie said we only have 8 more. According to Glenn Murakami, one of the writers for Justice League Unlimited, and I quote, working on Justice League Unlimited, I will tell you the plot in a minute. Working on Justice League Unlimited season 2, working on Justice League Unlimited was a pain after a while. Working on Justice League Unlimited was a pain after a while. Wow. I literally woke up every day having to go to work, producing Justice League Unlimited. And end quote. Another quote from Bruce Timm himself saying, I hated working. Not necessarily I hate it. I just didn't like the show anymore. And end quote. I just didn't like the show anymore.
Get out of there!
I just didn't like the show anymore. I think the show ran in past the prime years ago. In my own opinion. No, I wouldn't ever do another 11 seasons of JOU as long as I lived. No, you cannot quote me. Me. Well, you see, everyone that worked on Justice League Unlimited kind of got fed up with the show. Kind of got fed up with the show. Kind of got fed up with the show. With the show. By season 7, then once again the discussion was had. Why can't we just end the show at 8 season? Said Bruce Ham. Well, remember, they were and they only had 8 left. We only have 3 more seasons left, and then we can walk away finally from Jessica Lange. I know we've had to hire a new writer because the old ones have quit and gone on to other shows. Basically, the core team of writers that made the first couple Olympus seasons basically went off to do their own shows. Like, you know. Of course, that didn't stop Jessica Lange from still producing episodes. Another writer was seen out in public buying 10 gallons of coffee. Buying 10 gallons of coffee. While working on when asked about the show now, the writer didn't have a reply back. He said, "I just don't want Jessica. I hate now Jessica." Oh, guys. Okay, that was the first scenario. The show got. Guys, I'm gonna take you through both scenarios, and that was just scenario number 1. What happened if Jessica got greenlit for 11 seasons way back in the day, back in 2004. Now let's fast forward to right after Fatal 5 came out. AKA, let's fast forward to 2019, and or when HBO Max became a thing. HBO Max became a thing, and they asked the production team behind Fatal 5 to make 11 new Justice limited seasons. 11 Justice Unlimited seasons. Same thing for their platforms and TV. So in both scenarios, they got greenlit for 11 seasons. So let's go back to scenario 1, where I would talk. Okay, so the first 3 seasons are still the first 3 in real life. But season 4, 5, and season 4 is outer space theme. Season 5, the very next season, it's all time probably. Season 7 are both Legion of Doom again. Yeah, and now they're going under the Legion of Doom. Seasons 9 and 11 are pretty much wrapping up. That's why fans in the first 3 seasons are the fans have nicknamed the last 3 seasons to be, well, the last 3 seasons of Justin. Okay, let me go through them again. Season 4 is the outer space unlimited season. Season 5 was the time travel season. Season 6 was at least like they were building up to something out in outer space. Season Season 6 will follow that with Let Loose or and Darkseid both escaping the Source Wall at the beginning of the season. So, but but then at the end of the season, those two are completely separate place. Those two escape the Source Wall. Well, season 6 begins in our space. We see the Source Wall and we see Darkseid and Lex Luthor escape. Where at the end of the season, because it took entire season of episodes to go back to Earth. It took them an entire season to get back to Earth. They basically Lex Luthor was heading back towards Earth. Darkseid went back to Apocalypse. They both disappeared and they were never heard from again. Well, Lex Luthor did appear as a super old man when Superman went back to Metropolis in season 7, episode 8 to be precise. Lex Luthor said, "I should have killed you. Lex, how did you escape non-story soups?" Basically what happened to Lex Luthor and Darkseid in their 12 comics basically happened. In both scenarios, Darkseid and Luthor both escaped the Source Wall and they both became dark, but it was clear by the episodes were still enjoyable, still liked, still rememberable. And the Just Think Unfinished comic that they just announced would tie into the but by the time of season 8, well, of course Lex Luthor said no to become the president. He was lying again. He didn't want to become president. He didn't even want to take off Superman. He didn't want to take off Superman. It clear anyone that back in season 6 when he escaped changed him a lot. And of course, but there's still season 9, 10, and 11 all had Darkseid didn't have any scheme for the rest of the show. Yeah, the remaining. Yeah, he and Luthor both escaped at the start of season 6. And yet we see both Darkseid and Luthor in the same episode. But yet we don't see them attacking Superman or going after Superman. Turns out during the trip to outer space, Lex Luthor became really kind of old. So the stories of Justice League Unlimited, they're going to be overarching plotline, like in the space season, they're going to tease the anti-monitor, but not that far. Then in the next season, they're going to tease Lex Luthor and Darkseid.
No problem.
But once again, that's not going to happen. But to. I'm almost halfway to wrap up this Justice. I think the show, if it did run for 11 seasons, I think there will be no Batman, Harley Quinn, no Mithrid, no Batman, Harley Quinn, and no Fatal 5. The reason why I'm saying this is because because the show got canceled. You see, Justice Unlimited is a phenomenon show, and here's the problem I think it would face if it was still on to this day. Here's a term that it would be a seasonal rot. Fan, in case you're unaware what a seasonal rot is, where the show is good in its prime. Here's an idea I've had. What if just yeah, Justice Unlimited was yes, guys. Justice Unlimited, if it was greenlit in real life for more seasons, either part of Mask, HBO Mask, now, or even back in the day when the show came out, it would probably would probably be, the producer probably want to get onto a new show. You see, guys, I don't think Justice Unlimited might fall I think if that show been on as long as I say, 11th season, the show might become a victim as a seasonal run. The show, not like season run, where the run of the season is Justice Unlimited. No, no, no. The rut is that Justice Unlimited, every season was made to their full potential. Joel. Every Justice Unlimited season was made to be its full potential. Joel. Like every season, like Bruce Tim. Okay, I'm only going with option number 2. That it happened when the Freeman server came out and they needed a new show and they decided to pick an old one, Justice Unlimited. So I'm going with that option. It's basically Justice Unlimited. It's taking what came and what came before it, and but basically a northern Batman Beyond. And that, in my universe, that's exactly what happened to Justice Unlimited. The show was greenlit once again for more seasons, and and also fun fact, in the very next season, Blue freaking Beetle showed up. Or guys, here's some changes that I might have made. Yeah, throughout the 11 seasons, 13 episodes each, we saw what Justice Unlimited did best. With the art, the animation, the music, the voice acting, it was all there. And at the end of the show, to tie. And at the end of the show, we see the guys. I might pitch a potential Justice League Beyond. Yeah, Justice League Beyond. And Mid-Martian, guys, in my version of the DCAU, yes, the White Martians are a thing. Myth-Martian is possible in my version of the DCAU. In fact, Myth-Martian okay, I'm going with the idea that Justice Unlimited got picked up for more episodes on a Freeman service. So yeah, I'm going with that as the defendo take. Justice Unlimited got picked up for 11 seasons, 22-minute episodes of 13. Justice Unlimited was a great show to work on, said one of the writers. The amount of stories that they told, I'm happy to work back on this show. But Justice Unlimited Adventures kind of let down. One of the writers spoke heavily about Justice Unlimited Adventures, the tie-in comic book to that show. And he wrote, and I quote, Justice Adventures. Basically, the show was a big hit after it got back, and so that they wrote more comic issues. And also, guys, I would change the time that show, The Batman, came out. The show, The Batman, didn't hit until 2005. A year later, you probably think of what the delay. What the delay for? Oh, the delay was for to make sure that that Batman Volume 2 got completed, because they were forcing the damn old back embargoes syndrome on the freaking comic right. Huh. Whoa. Guys, secretly, I can't wait for Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. And I think I'm done with Justice Unlimited. So made that video. I'm not fun. See you later. Goodbye, guys.